And his opponents in this fatal four-way welterweight showcase.
Here we go. Joe Dabrowski. Is it true that you gave it up one time?
You know what? I tried to give it up one time, but J-Rock just simply gave up. So I can't have him here till he's ready to come here. But this is a welterweight wrestling four-way showcase matchup. Ryan Kidd, only 22 years of age, maybe the most traveled athlete as part of the welterweight wrestling pay-per-view. Available on Fight, available on DVD at MP4, welterweightwrestling.com, video on demand, so many ways to watch it. Ryan Kidd is trained with WXW in Germany, with Wrestle One in Japan, currently with CMLL in Mexico, training down there for the rest of this year. Took a brief excursion from that plan to come here to compete with the welterweights. Ryan Kidd, wise beyond his years, world-traveled, and somebody recently competed in a 60-minute Ironman match in Southern California to raise money for charity. So you know Ryan Kidd's got the tools to go the distance in this four-way matchup. Already out here is Sonny Vice, a local favorite, popular rising star, who's got a lot of attitude and a lot of chutzpah in his own right. Buku Dao is of Vietnamese descent. He calls himself the Situ Asian. He has been a big hit down in Wildcat Sports in the Louisiana area. Luke Hawks, good friend of mine. Buku has been one of the faces of that organization, making his debut in this part of the country. Buku Dao brings a lot of energy, quickness, and excitement everywhere he goes. His first appearance at Turner's Hall as part of this four-way showcase.
You know, Sonny Vice, I'm hoping that for his sake, his mind isn't elsewhere. He's got a heck of a task ahead of him right now.
Yeah, without a doubt he does. Sonny Vice has been preoccupied with some of the rivalries here in the premier brand, the sister promotion of welterweight wrestling, but right now needs to focus all of his attention on three athletes I don't think he's been in the ring with yet, and that's what comes down to this being a big gut check, a big momentum builder, leading into Welterweight 2's iPay-per-view, which is less than 24 hours from when we're filming this matchup. And somebody who knows this building better than anyone, he trained here over 15 years ago. M-Dogg 20 Matt Cross is one of those guys who's traveled the country of the welterweight size before the welterweight term was coined throughout the country and into what I believe is now, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, when you listen to this, but 24 countries in total Matt has been to, something like that, and there is no stopping the king of the Cleveland streets and innovator of aerial insanity. But there's Mr. Excitement, Ryan Kidd.
Ryan Kidd, baby! Woo!
Ryan Kidd, very, very, very proud of himself.
He is. That was not the most graceful hip swivel I've ever seen, and now he's challenging Buku Dao.
How you doing?
Buku Dao to meet Ace Austin as part of Welterweight 2, but his hip swivel is not what qualified him for that contest. Ryan Kidd will be part of the 7-way elimination scramble to crown a #1 contender, as will Sonny Vice.
I don't know.
This is an odd way to start the welterweight matchup.
I was just going to say, I don't know if I've ever seen a welterweight matchup start quite this way.
Sonny Vice may have had the most natural hip swivel out of the three. How do you assess this?
You know, I think...
M-Dogg's a little uncomfortable.
If we're going to go hip swivel game, I think M-Dogg might have the advantage. I don't know how many hip swivels he's seen in his matchup. But he certainly has the experience in matches.
Well, he hasn't done a hip swivel, so there goes your prediction.
Wait for... no!
M-Dogg's here to wrestle.
Well, if we were given points on hip swivels, M-Dogg would be behind right now. I don't believe that's how we're scoring this contest.
I don't believe so either.
This is also not under Bill Watch rules.
That is correct. This is about as anti-Bill Watch as you're going to get in many different ways. Roll up M-Dogg, roll up Vice, roll up Ryan Kidd, as all four athletes jockeying for position early on, I should say. This is a one-fall contest, not elimination rules. Everybody goes for a drop kick. Everybody does not connect. But, oh man, 3 connect with M-Dogg. who got caught off guard, and certainly I think all three of these athletes would admit they grew up watching M-Dogg, whether it's tape trading, DVD, YouTube, MP4, whatever. M-Dogg's career all over the world has inspired men like Dow, Vice, and Kidd.
Well, he's certainly the poster child, the inspiration, the reason for being as far as the welterweight division as a whole.
As I mentioned, this building has so much history. The likes of M-Dogg, Matt Cross, Josh Prohibition, Johnny Gargano trained in this building some years ago. Gargano about a decade ago, Cross and Prohibition about 15, 17 years ago, as Cross now has cleared the ring. And M-Dogg, through all of his travels, all of his matches, has not lost a beat, hasn't lost a step.
Absolutely not. He's just as good as he was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Timeless is M-Dogg 20.
And Ryan Kidd knows that. That's why he cut M-Dogg off at the pass and decided to swivel his hips again. Sonny Vice tried to spring in, but Buku Dow catches him.
And Joe, like I said earlier, I wonder if Sonny Vice maybe has his head elsewhere. That could prove very dangerous. And you mentioned talking about momentum into welterweight too. That's what Sonny Vice is going to need.
Check out the agility on Ryan Kidd. Kidd and Vice will both have 6 different opponents tomorrow afternoon. They need to be as focused as ever. Ryan Kidd lives and breathes this business. He has more passion than about anybody I've ever met. As that step-up Hurricane Rana looked very seamless and graceful. Nicely done. Kidd gonna fly, but here comes Sonny Vice. Sonny Vice normally has that party boy atmosphere about him, but he's coming in more serious than I've seen him in months. Nice Shining Wizard. Knee connects to the side of the head. Cover, but Dow interrupts. Again, one fall matchup. Dow saving his own interest.
The situation.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay, just making sure. Well, I don't know if the situation is in a situation right now. He has a 25% chance, that's the math by the way, of winning this contest, but he's looking very impressive right now. And he also did the smart thing. He got M-Dogg 20.
He just drop-kicked Vice in the face.
Well, that's also a smart thing. I was going to say did the smart thing, got M-Dogg 20 out of the way so we could focus on Vice. But you're going to have to do a lot more, especially with the ring generalship of M-Dogg 20, as you see right there.
Springs up the back of Buku down. A suicide time to Vice.
And another thing with M-Dogg 20, he does not get winded. He does not take a breather. This guy can go and go and go some more.
Gotta love that combo offense by Matt Cross. Check out Ryan Kidd. Tope and helo to the floor, lands on his feet. This guy is something. He has really become a major staple of the Southern California independents. Now in New Mexico as well. Been training since an early teenager. You can tell he's wise beyond his years. Check out Buku Dow.
I mean, all of these individuals should have a lot of frequent flyer miles on their Delta membership card at this point.
Face plant into a crossface. Well, Ryan Kidd's a little discombobulated now. He can't see, and he may have to tap out, but Vice saves his own interests again. One fall rules. Breakneck pace of action is what you'll always see on welterweightwrestling.com. We have free matches posted. Welterweight Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram. Welterweight PW on Twitter as Cross interrupts that fall and saves the matchup for himself. Sonny Vice attempting to pin down.
And M-Dogg 20 Matt Cross likes to refer to himself as having the best abs in the business. Oh, geez.
Oh, there's that gymnast background of Cross. Junior AAU champion couldn't pin Vice that time. Cross's gymnastics really lended himself to his wrestling career, made him so unique, made him stand out, made him so tough to prepare for, because Cross did things that really nobody else knew were physically capable of being done in wrestling before he came along.
He's certainly, absolutely, without a doubt, the most limber man in the business. The guy has complete body control.
Could be shooting star, this will do it. No! Cross went 450. Midstream adjustment as Vice moved out of the way. Dow was waiting. Here comes Ryan Kidd. Standing Spanish fly, nicely done. Ryan Kidd on top. And Ryan Kidd sneaks in against the victory.
Here is your winner, Ryan Kidd.
Ryan Kidd gets a big-time victory out of nowhere. Vice and Cross were on the floor, and that's the advantage, BC, of divide and conquer. You neutralize those opponents, you get Dow by himself, and you got an opportunity. Dow got rocked by that Spanish fly, hit the back of his head, and Ryan Kidd, from Mexico to all over the world to right here in the welterweight arena, Ryan Kidd with some momentum and some confidence leading into his 7-way scramble at welterweight 2. What do you think his odds are?
Well, he's, as you said it perfectly. He's got the momentum. We're going to have to see tomorrow what the future holds for Ryan Kidd, but you'd have to think in his mind, he might be the odds-on favorite in that matchup.
Absolutely. Ryan Kidd comes with a state of mind where he's spreading a message. He's creating a movement. He's starting a revolution. That's his love of professional wrestling. He's spreading that positivity, that excitement for the business all over the world. It's come here to Cleveland, and it could bring Ryan Kidd to a victory coming up at Welterweight Wrestling 2. Check out more at welterweightwrestling.com.